UFC 323 is just wrapped up. Here is your full Mount MMA recap. Tonight, the UFC announced that Sean Strickland vs. Anthony Hernandez will headline UFC Houston on February 21st. Sean was actually denied access to the event tonight. He said, "Well, I wanted to go watch the homies fight tonight, but the UFC bosses personally called me to tell me to F myself. I'm suspended and can't come." The UFC also announced some big fights for UFC 325 in Australia. Dan Hooker is set to face Benoit Saint Denis, and Rafael Fiziev will fight Mauricio Ruffi. Drop your predictions in the comments. To kick off the main card tonight, Jan Blachowicz vs. Bogdan Guskov was declared a majority draw. Jiri Prochazka reacted with lightning emojis. Payton Talbott defeated Henry Cejudo via unanimous decision. Payton landed multiple takedowns on Henry, and afterwards, Henry asked Dana White for a performance bonus while he was still in the octagon, and Dana said he'd give him $50K regardless.
I'm giving you $50,000 anyway.
Henry is now officially retired. After the fight, he posted this on X. He said, "I promised that I would leave it all in the cage, and I did. You're welcome. Grateful for you all." Jiri Prochazka says congrats to Henry Cejudo. Beautiful career. Not just a fighter, but also great coach and person. All the best. Justin Gaethje reacted saying, "Henry Cejudo, my hat's off to you, legend. Thank you for repping AZ and USA with pure heart and huge huevos." Bilal Muhammad said, "Great fight. Payton is a dog." John Silva reacted saying, "Henry is a warrior." Jeremy Stevens says, "Wow. Payton Talbott, Henry Cejudo, $50K by Dana White regardless. That's what makes the UFC great." Ariel Helwani writes, "What a performance by Talbott. Completely back on track now. Long ways from that loss to Inglewood 11 months ago." Paul Felder says Cejudo goes out like a warrior, but Talbott looked incredible. Kenny Florian says Talbott fought a hell of a fight, and Cejudo proved his toughness yet again. That was a fun fight. And MMA Roasted says Henry Cejudo just announced he's coming out of retirement.
I feel great. I'm super excited and happy. It's just a little bittersweet because, watching the end of Henry's career is like looking at a mirror a little bit, and we all end up there. So, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad he could go out with like an eventful fight like that. For me, I actually was just observing a lot. I was just staying present and really watching Henry as he moved through it. I never stopped studying. Like, I swear I can't turn my glasses off. So, I was just like, one of these days we're gonna be there, and there's never really a clean way out of the sport. So I was watching and learning as well as just observing how he goes through it. It was pretty surreal because I'd learned that from him. That's like his bread and butter. So even when I took him down, I was like, "I learned that from you," and I think he laughed a little bit. From the second to the third, just being smart. He is a power puncher. And you could tell that he was looking for one shot after he started getting tired. So it was just, be smart and don't be too stupid and have too much fun. The biggest piece of evolution is just knowing how to keep my head on straight. I wasn't in a great place in January. No excuses, I lost fair and square, but I learned from it and I know how to keep myself healthy. Just more firefights like that, more bangers. Hopefully I fight some strikers and really strike fear into the rankings hearts, but yeah, we'll see.
The market can be a brutal opponent. That's why we've partnered with Market Cipher, the #1 indicator for stocks, cryptos, commodities, forex, and more. Trading is one of the toughest businesses out there, but Market Cipher is here to help. With a proven 5-step basic strategy, Market Cipher makes trading simple. Year after year, they have proven they're the real deal, with endless amounts of actual testimonials and success stories. Even Mike Perry is now trading like a pro.
That's why I use Market Cipher. It's like having a coach in my corner, guiding me every step of the way. Even if you're a beginner, Market Cipher gives you the tools to become a champion. It's all about reading the market and knowing when to strike. Market Cipher gives me the confidence to make the right moves at the right time.
Getting started is easy. Create a free account on TradingView.com, then purchase Market Cipher at MarketCipherTrading.com. You can now get 30% off by using code MMA. Link your TradingView username to your Market Cipher account page and boom, you are ready to join the movement. MarketCipherTrading.com, empowering traders for over half a decade. Kickstart your trading journey today. Tatsuro Taira defeated Brandon Moreno via TKO in the second round. This marks the first stoppage loss in Moreno's 33-fight career. Many people felt the stoppage was too early. Alan Joban says a bit early for me. He was moving. Aaron Bronstetter says would have liked to see a two-time champion like Moreno get more time to get out of that situation. Kenny Florian writes, not a great night for referee Mark Smith, who is usually very good. Bummed for Moreno, but props to Taira, who turned it on when he needed to. Bilal Muhammad thinks Tatsuro Taira has earned the next flyweight title shot. Max Holloway says we getting a UFC Japan. And Ariel Helwani says imagine Taira versus Horiguchi in Japan. Man.
He's a former champ that has never been finished, and I got that. So of course I need that title shot. I wanted to do something else. I was trying to figure out what I can do, but then it became so long that I started feeling like he's gonna get tired. So I changed my plan and made sure he just keep doing it and take out the energy from him. I'm very confident my strikes, kicks will give him damage, and I said it, so I had to make it happen. I'm glad that I got that finish.
Yeah, I want to fight Joshua Van next after I get belt. Yeah, next Pantoja. I want to.
In the co-main event, Joshua Van defeated Alexandre Pantoja via TKO 26 seconds into the first round due to injury. Pantoja threw a head kick and Van caught it, and as Pantoja was trying to catch himself on the ground, his arm appeared to snap. At the moment, we're unsure if Pantoja dislocated his elbow or fractured his arm while he was falling to the canvas. At 24 years old, Joshua Van is now the first fighter born in the 2000s to win a title, and the second youngest champion in UFC history behind Jon Jones. He also now holds the record for the fastest title fight finish in flyweight history, beating out Henry Cejudo's 32-second knockout of TJ Dillashaw. Pantoja posted this to his Instagram after the fight. In the caption, he wrote, "I've been through worse. I'll come back even stronger. You can be sure of that. Thank you for the messages." Dana White reacted saying #NNew. Ariel Helwani says, "Holy smokes. Pantoja's arm breaks as he lands in the first few seconds and the fight is off. Josh Van is the new champ. Absolutely sickening. Don't watch the footage. It's awful." Ariel also reached out to Brian Suterer, who is a sports medicine doctor. He said that's a dislocated elbow for Pantoja. If fractured, possibly surgery. If nothing is broke, then very rare to need surgery. Max Holloway wanted the UFC to stop showing the replay. Adrian Yanez agrees. He said stop showing the damn replay. He followed up saying unfortunate ending. But damn, Houston has its UFC champ. Praying for a speedy recovery for Pantoja. Kevin Holland says that freaking sucks. Still props to Van. Bilal Muhammad says that fight was starting out like it was going to be a war. And Dominic Cruz says, I wish that Van versus Pantoja fight was allowed to keep going. It should be up to us as the fighter if we want to continue after that. We put the time in the training camp in that situation. People dislocate their arms and put it back in place and keep fighting all the time.
Well, it feels great. It feels great. You know, it was unfortunate that the fight ended that way, but it feels great to be a champion. Yeah, man. We know he's a very, very aggressive. You know, and just locking in the cage with him, he showed that, and I was like, well, but I was well prepared. You know, so he's a great champion for a reason. It's crazy, man. Everywhere we drive, I see myself, and I was like, damn, I look good. You know. I was just admiring how good I look on the poster and things like that. And man, this week, like all the weight cut and everything, like I didn't even think today was fight day. Like I didn't even think about the fight or nothing. Like I was just so enjoying the moment, you know, the fight week and things like that. So it's crazy. Nah, today I woke up, we do a little shakeout, take a nap again, you know, but in the locker room, you know, we do get a little nervous and things like that. But you know, when we about to walk out and play my song, yeah, the rest is history. Yeah, I think he's one of the greatest of all time. So I think he deserves a rematch. So, but I want to stay active at the same time. So whatever the UFC want, I'm ready. We said it. We're gonna take over, and we did. You know. I just wish, man, the fight would have gone a little longer so we can just, like, the feeling would be a little different, but it is what it is.
And in the main event, Petr Yan defeated Merab Dvalishvili via unanimous decision to become the new UFC bantamweight champion. After the fight, Merab called for a rematch. Islam Makhachev reacted saying, Merab, you are one of the greatest to ever step into this cage. Congratulations. Petr, you deserve it. Dana White says #NNew. Tim Welch reacted saying, holy Petr Yan. He followed up saying, holy smokes, but gotta give respect to Merab being that active. Kamaru Usman says, what a fight. Congratulations to both men. Bilal Muhammad writes, Yan is so good everywhere, his technique is almost flawless. He continued, O'Malley is happy right now. The MMA Guru says Petr Yan walks down, takes down, and destroys Merab Dvalishvili over 5 rounds. In a vicious 5-round beatdown, domination, destruction of Merab's face. Merab is a tough but Yan with 2 arms is just too much pain. The Terminator is back on top. Josh Emmett says, what a main event. Congrats to the new champ. Matt Brown is looking forward to the trilogy. Giga Chikadze says, win, lose, or war, Merab is a Georgian legend. Hashtag Hall of Famer. And Derek Brunson says, DC and Rogan talking about that was a close fight. We must have watched 2 different fights. That was a clinic Yan put on. Here was Ayman Zahabi's live reaction.
Peter, congratulations, but I still want to come fight you. 2026, it's me and you, baby.
I'm very happy to stand here with the championship belt. Thank you so much to all the fans.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. These comments are in reference to the footage of Merab walking away from the fan who was trying to introduce him Bruce Buffer style. The first one's from Mr. M. Brown Jr. It says, that guy gave Merab fan fatigue. The second one's from Nora. It says, that Buffer-style announcement guy, generational aura loss. And the final one says, that announcer dude was hella annoying. Almost walked away from my phone, too.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.